Morning everybody, my name's Tony Smith, welcome to my garden. Yes, I thought today, because I've been up, but I haven't been on the camera, on the mic for a while. I'll just give you a look around what's been happening and what's going on in the garden. Is it going all right? Is it not going all right? And what the hell's happened to me Christmas potatoes? Yes, I'll tell you about that. But anyway, we'll start where I normally walk in, and like again, this is my garden. So the potatoes and the mushrooms, I haven't touched them potatoes. I will, but I've been getting some potatoes from over there and they've been great, so I've really got to empty them now, get them sorted out. That looks like chard, which is actually grown better than the chard I've got over there, and that's a volunteer. And there's a volunteer broad bean as well coming. I don't know if it'll get knocked with the winter or not. Time to probably start thinking about them, planting them, or actually getting some seeds. Right, this is a bit of a disappointment. I'm getting hammered on this one, but not on that one there. These are my Brussels sprouts, 2 sets of Brussels sprouts. This is just getting hammered with whitefly, and I cannot seem to. I mean, the next option is just to use a live flame. that's how high I've kind of went up in stages of like soapy water. You know what I mean? I've used acid. But this one just seems to be getting hammered. But this over there, I mean, this is a nice one, and I might get some dinky nice ones from there. But these ones haven't been hit by the whitefly, and they were a little bit later in planting them. So, but hopefully I've got a few. Actually, there's a few whitefly there. Wow, I'm hanging on for Christmas. This plant's been amazing this year, and I don't know how I'm going to get rid of the stalk once it goes. This is just one Cabbage Nero that was planted with a set of them. I've used every one up, but just at the time I was going to throw it out, I cut it right off and just had like a stem. And these are all the, you know what I mean? So that's just a little tip for you. Just cut one of them off, and look at, we're still getting fresh young baby leaves off that. And I've got over there's my main crop of Cabbage Nero, and that's still going strong. Not a whitefly in sight on these things. Mine were eating this constantly at the minute, and I've got a little backup patch there as well, just to be on the safe side. Now, if you remember, this is my sprouting broccoli, and I've got a sprouting broccoli there. Now, this was protected by a net, and they were all ramrod straight, but if you've noticed, they've all fallen over, and I'm quite happy about that. Don't worry about it, because it's going to make them stronger. You can see it's starting now just grow up from there. So that was a bit of a Charlie Dowden tip. So hopefully that's all right. Like I say, I've got 2 there, and in the coming months I intended to put like some sort of rudimentary frame around with some pigeon netting on, just to protect them from the pigeons. So that's the idea, and we'll wait and see. But yeah, they seem good and strong, and I planted them. Did I sow them in July? If anybody, this is like such a long time to get them, but hopefully they'll come in the kind of hungry gap part of the year, part of the kind of the early season. What else we got? Now these were bought from a garden centre. Or did Mark give us them? No, I can't remember. But they're just Savoy cabbage, and they're getting a little bit pecked and eaten by slugs and snails, and probably more so caterpillars. But I might get something out of them. I'm not desperate. You know, I'm just letting them go. If they come, that'll be brilliant. If I can get nice 3 nice ones, that's all right. These are just 2 empty beds. I don't know if I put too much of this stuff on this, just like chipwood bark, but if it had, I'd probably maybe mix it in, but it's just keeping weeds at bay at the moment. Right, now these 4 beds we've got on this one, I think these are spare cauliflowers and some old beetroot. Now, yeah, I could probably pull all this and have just like marble size, not marble, golf ball size beetroot there, which is fine this time of year. I've got some more in the polytunnel as well. This is me hook forward, 2 different times of planting me chard, the hook forward one, and we've been hammering that, but it's just, and all I do, you know, is just cut it right off at the bottom there, and it's lovely. Oh, look, like a little volunteer lettuce coming there as well. And then this is the one that I planted a little bit later on, but it seems to be doing, and I've got actually some in the polytunnel as well. This, and I'm quite surprised, apart from that one there, is my igloo cauliflower, and they're all looking pretty okay. You know, I'm a bit naff at, I have to get that weed out there. Well, I know it's not a weed, but the sturgeon, but I don't like them in, they're just wildfire. But everything seems to be going with that. It's all looking good. Healthy plants, to be honest, I must admit. Did you notice this bed here and this bed here? I've took away the gooseberries. Just getting on my nerves, to be honest. I thought there was one day I was up and I was putting this compost mixture on a few of the beds up there, and I just thought, you know what, get it out, Tony, get it out. So the gooseberries have gone. The garlic, on the other hand, is here. Now this was eBay garlic, and like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I got some garlic from a well-known shop and I was really disappointed with it. So, and I've had the odd one before from there and it's not been fantastic, so I've always kind of either bought my own from abroad when I'm like walking through the, you know, walking through the little market towns in Italy, or eBay. Now this one's come from eBay, and it's the purple early white, I think it might be called, and I've got two. We'll go into the polytunnel as well, but I've got some rows in there as well. But this is looking all right, you know what I mean. Some nice frosts there now, because Steve says it breaks the bulb, not smash the bulb, so when you're a gardener, splits the bulb, and you get lovely big bulbs. Right, what else? Let's just have a look. It's so disappointing. There's nothing gonna come here. I'm gonna just pull the big ones, and I'm talking maybe small tennis ball size, and then just dump the rest. I had some great ones about 2 years ago when I first grew a celeriac, but not this year. Nah, I've had 1, 2, I had 3 goes at the bloody thing, and this was, you know, planted ages ago, and I've watered it. To be honest, I've mothered this more than bloody mothered me kids, but it hasn't worked. I don't know what. This year's been a bit of a bugger. It's just a fallow bed, just leaving it, letting it. I don't know what I'm going to put in there next year, to be honest, but it's just there ready, you know what I mean. It's all done. What we got up here, we've got some bok choy that's getting a little bit hammered now with slugs and snails. We've had loads, to be honest, but this is like I think it was a second batch, so I had some in the hut. I mean, I could still kind of take them down, you know, and just use them for the kind of stems, but we've had that many, you know what I mean. You can't have, how many stir fries can I have? My chicory is coming along nicely. This is looking lovely, to be honest. It's really, I must have just planted it at the right time, you know. They're getting nice and choked up full. There's a nice one there. I could actually probably take that. They're all looking good, a lot better than the ones in the polytunnel, to be honest. Right, there's a fellow bed. There was big nasty beds there. That was the tomatoes. I still haven't gotten rid of them tomatoes. I have been up and doing things, you know. I've been putting, what was I been doing? I've been putting compost on certain areas. Strawberries. This will be the last coming in next year will be the last year I use these ones, and I'm going to rip them all out, get a good clean that bed, put some feed in, and then repeat the process. And they've been great, mind you, I must admit. Probably strawberries are the one fruit, two fruits maybe that I'll keep. Three fruits. So there's been a rhubarb, which is over there, and the raspberries. I probably couldn't get rid of them raspberries now. But there's 4 different varieties of, and I screwed on the names, so male and century, and they're good because where I got them from, they came 4 different styles. The fruit at 4 different times in the year, so you get like a lovely succession of strawberries. And like I say, strawberries are new to me. Well, not new, but you don't know if they're growing, and I seem to have got the knack. Again, like I say, this is just a tomato bed. I would like to do tomatoes again, outside ones, but it's that chance you get to try and get them before the so the frost doesn't nip them. Because I had a great crop of green ones, and I've got about 30 jars of bloody chutney there now. Right, what else we got? Again, potatoes, and I'm getting a nice crop from these ones. Albert Rooster. I've got one Charlotte there, and I can't follow them, to be honest. I'm chuffed to bits with them. The Christmas potatoes are just, that's another story. I'll tell you about that in a second. So the rhubarb's ready. If I could get something new, I would put some on there as well, but I'm just letting it, there's nothing I can do. I'm just waiting for it. There was 2 crowns planted, but all last year was from this one crown, so I'm hoping it'll come again. I could split that, but I don't want to mess on just yet. This is perpetual spinach, and again, it's looking a bit ropey, but once it's in a pan with a bit of olive oil chopped up, you never know, man. That's how much rainfall we've had since I last worked on the site. So this was the second celeriac bed, which I probably would have been getting into now if that bed had worked, but this one didn't. And I think it's just been a technical term, a naff year for celeriac, because I had just 3 times, and it's 3 different beds, so it's surely it can't be me, surely. Red cabbage, and they're all nicely coming along there. I haven't really done them as just a basic chopped up cabbage, do you know what I mean? I've done them like fancy braised with like balsamic vinegar. I might take one home next time I'm doing like a Sunday dinner. Any recipes for red cabbage? Yeah, I can do a sauerkraut, that's not a problem, but give us a recipe for us, if I can impress Mrs. Melanie, my wife. So here is me spare bed of the Caberel Nero, and if that runs to seed early on, that's what I'm hoping. I'll get a few pickings before it gets runs to seed as well. That's the idea. Little bit of volunteer rocket there, which we're using. Some more beetroot, which is still, I can see they're still all right, to be honest. They're just little, but nothing, nothing to throw away, to be honest. Again, I've put some more composty, just a no dig, like put it on and hopefully it blocks the weeds, which it does, you know what I mean? It's great stuff. And the deeper I get down in that bed, the more broken down it is. So I'm not 100% sure when to cut these. I'll check online, but I'm going to be kind of cutting these and then mulching them again, because you can see they're all ready to go. They can go that way. I don't know if I blocked it that way, but I tried to stop it this way. Now I had the odd one coming through, but nothing drastic, so possibly contained. I don't know what it's like on the other side of the wall there. This is my chard, which looks a bit ropey, but you can still, what I do is you kind of dig in and get the nice leaves there, just to, and you get loads of pickings, to be honest. Oh, leeks. These are the giant Bulgarian leeks. And these are some of them as well. Maybe a couple at the front are Musselburgh leeks. But I'm still just picking one at a time and just adding it. Basically, adding it if I make a bolognese or I make a kind of a mince and gravy kind of thing. Just use it as a base stock vegetable. Is that everything? I think so. So we'll go into the polytunnel. It's a bit bare, a bit sparse. A couple of mustards there. Just one plant, man, is away. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously very nice and very happy in here. Now I can see your second batch of garlic is coming on, so at least they're away there. There's 3. I can't see any here. Oh, they're coming, man. Don't worry about it. Some more hook forward chard there. I had a couple of pak choy, just spare ones, but nothing really's come of them, to be honest. I need to kind of just tidy that bench up. You can see the garlic at the back there. That's all I've planted this side, because if you remember, I got a bit of that white onion rot, and I'm hoping it hasn't kind of dribbled along there. But you can see this is just a bit of coriander gone to seed. These ones in here, me chicory, are not as good, you know what I mean? They're not as happy inside. So they've been good there. I don't think there's anything, I just haven't getting them out. So I don't know if you can keep them over winter as well. There's just aubergines, but they were a good thing, and I'll be certainly getting some more of aubergines. Now the disaster is, look at this, my Christmas potatoes. I had 2 more barrels there, and they've just been like this, nothing coming through, and even that one has come through. Now the potatoes, see, oh, there's a little ladybird still. I'm going to show you. There's nothing. I can't even find the potatoes, you know, like what I don't want to get my hands that dirty. I mean, there's loads of, like, look at that, there's big worms in there and everything, but there's no seed potato. I honestly don't know if I've put the bloody things in. I would expect to see some sort of potato in there, but yeah, there's like this one. This is just from the old place, but I cannot, you know, it looks lovely, but there's nothing. Like you say, there's a tatey there, but that ain't good. It just looks unhealthy and everything, so I'm not 100% sure what I've done there. I've got this horrible feeling when I've been making the videos, did I put the potatoes in the pot, or have I got them in a bag somewhere here? Dear me. Anyway, so there'll be no new potatoes. Well, actually there will be, because I've got a charlotte over there, but they might be the size of bloody roasting potatoes. But so everything seems to be on. It's a lovely day, you know what I mean? I could spend some time up here, but I've got things on. But it's a nice time just to have a look around, just so I can show you what's been going on the garden. Anyway, till next time, look after yourselves, take good care.